Alright, we about to go do some. About to do some maneuvers. I'm about to show you how to maneuver. Let's take this parking brake off. Alright. It's me, your boy, KT, Kilo Tango Aviation. Kenny T. I'm gonna show you how to do these private pilot maneuvers in the VR flight sim. I'm over here dancing on the rudders. All right, airspeed's alive. Let's stay smooth and controlled on here. Rotate, climb out. Oh, that's an airplane up there. What's he doing up there? All right, I'm way off. How about let's get back on center line? My flaps up? What is going on out here? All right, so it's your boy KT. I'm out of here. We're gonna climb up 76. Trim. Pitch. Pitch gets back to the horizon. Put that nose on the horizon. That's how you do it right there. Nose on the horizon will get you about 76 every single time. Just put the nose right there and hold it. Right there. There we go. That's it. Cool. We're gonna climb up and we're gonna fly. Where we at? We out here in St. Louis, Missouri. We're gonna do some steep turns. We're gonna do some turns around the point, ground reference maneuvers, do some stalls, and then we're gonna do some emergency landings. So power off 180s, emergency landing procedures, all that. In the sim, VR sim. Cool thing about being in the VR sim is if I mess up, I ain't gonna die. And the other thing about the VR sim is I get the whole perspective of looking out the window, looking over the nose. I can actually see what I'm doing instead of having to click left and right on the control to be able to see what's going on. I actually can look to see I'm gonna beam the point if I'm doing a normal landing. What is beeping at me here? Look like there's some marker. Let's turn. I don't want to listen. All right, cool. All right, so we are at 2,100 some odd feet. Got the airplane pitched up and trim. I'm gonna do clearing turns just like I would, clear the area just like you would if you were in real life. I'm gonna do some stuff. Oh, the view is good out here. The graphics on this are crazy. Now I know y'all can see what I'm seeing, but the way you see it in here is way better than whatever's coming out on there. It's actually really good. All right. So interesting. I actually used the VR sim when I was working on my instructor rating, because I was trying to figure out how do I explain and how do I visualize what I see and do it at the same time without always going in the airplane to do it, because that gets expensive, especially when you're just trying to work on how to deliver the material and whatnot. So real good tool, was worth every penny of it. All right, let me slow the airplane down. Trim. There's my trim. All right, clear turns. Clear left, turn left. All right, well, I'm clearing what I'm looking for. Any other aircraft, the high obstacles or obstructions that's out here, so that if I do have an emergency or something, I know what's kind of going on. The other thing you want to do when you're out in the area is figure out what your boundaries are when you're doing maneuvers, because sometimes it gets you can get a little disoriented when you're out here doing turns all over the place, when you're doing climbs, turns, descents, all that. So figuring out what area you're actually going to do your maneuvers in. So my goal for our turns, so I'm going to say on this side of the river. So I'm not going to cross the river. And where's my other boundary? That's at least a good boundary on that side. And I mean, wherever you're at, you can figure out what boundaries work for you, and really that just keeps you oriented as to what you got going on. Now in real life, I probably ain't gonna be doing my maneuvers right by the airport. That's a bad idea. You know what? I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna go on the other side of the river. So we'll go on the other side of the river, and we'll use the inside area of the river as my boundary for where I'm gonna do my maneuvers and whatnot. I'm not actually familiar with what they do out here in St. Louis as far as the whole area. Been out here a couple times, but I ain't flown out here enough to know what their normal operating procedures are. Cool. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna start off with power on stalls. First, I'm gonna slow the airplane down. I want to slow the plane down to get to about 65, 70. Now I'm gonna add power. I'm gonna add right rudder as I do that. So I'm holding back pressure, slowly adding power while I'm adding right rudder. I have joint sensitive. It's figuring out that right balance while also pitching up at the same time. And really, you don't have to keep pitching up. You pick a pitch attitude that is higher than the normal climb and keep that nose there. Stall, 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 nose drop. Oh, not yet. There we go. Max, relax, roll wings level. Airspeed up. Slowly bring the nose back up. Oh man, look at that airspeed. I got way too nose down on that. There we go. Get my altitude back. Man, this joint will get away from you. All right, let's do this one again. First, let me pick a point outside that I want to use as my straight point. I could use my heading indicator, but I got all the outside. I'm flying VFR. I don't want to have my nose stuck on the inside of the cockpit when I got so much outside out there. All right, slow the plane down. Hardest thing too is finding that balance of the sensitivity of the controls. Add power. And pitch up. And I'm going to just hold it there. A little bit more pitch. Hold it right there. Airplane slowing down. Small, keep that wings level. Airplane slowing down. And just hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Nose drop, max. Relax. Roll wings level. Don't pull too much. Back to straight and level flight. Let me get back to my original heading. You gotta be real sensitive on this joint. And when you end up being real sensitive on this, it makes you more aware, I think, of kind of what the control inputs are. So, you know, good, bad, or ugly. That's just one of the things being in the sim. All right, let's do a power off stall. Reduce my power to idle. Got my heading picked out. Did my clearing turns to the left and to the right. My altitude's 2,500. Below the white arc. First notch of flaps. Second notch of flaps. Third notch of flaps. All flaps all the way in. Alright, as I'm slowing down, I'm holding back pressure. I got my hand on the throttle. 2,500. As I'm slowing down. Now once I recover and have to add back pressure. Max, relax, roll wings level. Cessna like to drop that left wing all the time. Second notch of flaps. Alright, back to my heading. Alright, here's another way that you can do your power off stalls. Another way that, there's two ways that I've seen people do them or that I've practiced and shown is one, straight and level, just reduce flaps slow, keep the nose up, and then the airplane to stall. The other way is doing it just like you're coming in for landing. So, go and reduce my power. First notch of flaps, second notch of flaps, third notch of flaps. I'm going to get a 65 knot descent like you're coming in for landing. So the airplane's sending 65, and I'm going to trim it for 65. There we go. 65, let's get 65. Pitch a little bit forward. Because this is a more likely scenario of what's going to happen. Alright, 65. I'm going to reduce power. And now I'm just going to let the airplane as it's in the descent start to slow down and slowly take back pressure as we got this 900-foot descent rate. And now what's going to happen is when the airplane stalls, it's actually going to be, the nose is going to be straight and level when it happens because we're in a descent as it happens. There's that drop. max, relax, roll wings level. And you see how that can happen low altitude, how that can be an issue. And that'll happen on base to final when you feel like you're too low, but you forget to add power back in. Second notch flaps. There we go. Flaps up, flaps up. All right, there's my boundary of the river, because I said I'm gonna stay within the river. So let's come back around, climb up. Actually, we're gonna do turns around the point. Let's do S turns first. We got these nice straight lines here. Be at about 1,300. We'll go to 1,000. We'll go to 1,000 feet. Set 2,300 RPMs. I'm gonna look left. I'm gonna look right, and I'm gonna go to the left. All right. Turn. Boom. Start my turn. Nice, good angle of bank. And what I'm looking for as I'm going through this turn, I'm looking to see how far I came halfway through the turn, and ask myself, if I keep this bank as I continue to go through this turn, am I going to end up wing level? If the answer is no, I'm going to be shallow, then I increase my bank some. If I feel like I'm going to turn too early, I decrease my bank. I'm going to get low, left to right, roll out, check my altitude, start my turn, don't get too high. I want about 1,000 feet. I turn a little bit late, so go ahead and get this turn started. About 100 feet low. We stay within that. That's within practical test standards. So we still good. All right, rolling through. Still got about 1,000 feet. Wind looks like it's pushing me, so I'm gonna increase my bank so that I get over that line and be wings level. Start to roll out wings level. All right, now we're gonna do turn around the point. This is a good place to do turns around the point. All right, so let me get my arrow here. I'm gonna use that intersection right there as my turn around the point. I'm gonna use the tree, that little area in the trees over there as my first point. So we see over there, the end of those trees is the first point. And as I go through doing turns around the point, I look for 4 points on around that point that's gonna show me that I'm in a circle. That's one point that I'm gonna fly over. Down on the other side is another point, and then right there is about the other point. So now, before I even start the maneuver, I know what the square is gonna look like, or the circle is gonna look like as I go through the maneuver. So that makes it easy. You know, you got to make sure you come in downwind, steepest bank, shallowest bank. Yep, that works too. But also, look at 4 points and fly over those 4 points. You combine all those methods together, and you end up with being able to do a turn around a point that puts you right where you need to be throughout the entire turn. I'm not saying don't look at the turnaround point, but I know that flying over this point right here, I'm going to be at the right distance through the turn. Boom. Continue. Now I'm going to keep going around. Now everywhere in America you don't have all these perfectly straight lines, but man, if you got them, use them. Look, I don't even know where the point is. I'm gonna go over that point and I'll be at the right distance. Boom. Let's do it again. Like, I could do this all day. And you can literally do this at almost any location where you can find 4 points around the point. I know it's there. See, there's my point right there. And I'm gonna overfly the point that I need to. Boom, it's there. All day. This is how you do a turn around a point. You're looking at your point, and because of the fact that we're a little bit closer and we're in a Cessna, so we got a high wing aircraft, you got a few ways to do it. You got to either be really far out or you pick your points. Because let's go a little bit further out on this one, just so I can show you how far you actually got to be, or you got to be at a higher altitude in order to see it. Let's go up a little bit higher. Let's go up to 1,200 feet and do the same thing so that we can actually see our point. which is really hard to see with a dang high wing airplane. So you end up having to be just so far out that you got to also find other ways to make sure you know where the point is. So boom, that's you know, $1 million worth of game right there for you. All right, what we got next? Let's try commercial maneuvers. I haven't done, you know, lazy eights in a while. Let's go ahead and lazy eight this to the left. All right, I'm gonna use this road, even though I don't. Well, yeah, I'm gonna use this road as kind of my point. Bank and pitch. Start to climb. I don't think I got enough. I don't know, I got a good enough bank on there. Then you come back around. Start to pitch down. I think I got too much power in though. The wings level as I'm coming through. I start to pitch back up. Oh man, yeah, I need practice on these. Bank to 15 degrees. By the time I get perpendicular, I should be bank at 30 degrees. At my highest pitch point, the nose should drop. Come back around. Start to slowly bring it back. Yeah. Ooh, I'm at 500 feet. All right, let's go. All right, what's next? Where we at? Where we at? All right, let's go back and do some landings. I think I did most of the maneuvers. The thing I didn't do was unusual attitudes. Okay, so I'm gonna do unusual attitudes. So here's how I like to do unusual attitudes with students under the hood. It works out really well. Well, is close your eyes and try to figure out, tell them you get into a turn, roll out when you think you rolled out. The thing is, in the sim, I can't feel anything, so I don't even know what's going on right now. So now to recover, open my eyes. Like, it's kind of anticlimactic. So, you know, all you do is unusual attitudes, maybe with some clouds and stuff. In the simulator, how we looking? Cool, we're still looking good. All right, let's find the airport. What airport do we want to go to? Now, here's another problem with the VR headset sim is trying to figure out how to click on everything and still be able to see it. So I tend to give up on this when I'm doing VR sims. It ends up being more work than really necessary. So I just don't use it. So I got all this glass cockpit, but it don't really do me no good. All right, let's climb up and then we'll find an airport to land at. We're gonna do a short field landing, and then we're gonna do a normal traffic pattern. Well, maybe we should do a traffic pattern first. Make sure I know what I'm doing first before I come out here and embarrass myself. I'm like, that look like an airfield, but I don't think it's an airport. What we got here? St. Louis. 3 Sierra, Quebec is directly in front of us. It's a lot of open field, so if I did lose my engine, I'd be fine. But I'm trying to actually... Okay, hold up. There's an airport. See, this is where ForeFly would help me. Or being able to have a chart or a checklist. Biggest problem with doing this is you just gotta know stuff. So I probably should know stuff. St. Louis looks pretty from up here. We're at 9,500 feet. If I lost an engine out here, I would be perfectly fine. Oh, look, it's another plane out there. There's a city, there's the downtown airport. I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I see somebody. We're gonna go out there and land out at St. Louis downtown, and then I'm gonna fly the river, do some sightseeing. And that's how we're gonna finish this up. Oh, got the GPS that's in the box. Let's see, does this got autopilot on? Do I got autopilot on this joint? Oh, look, the autopilot is fighting against me. I guess I need to figure out how to turn this autopilot off. Avionics master, nope. Do not touch screens. Well, I might want to touch the screens. Pitot heat, landing light, beacon light. So this goes to show that I actually have no idea how to do that in this airplane. Oh, there's the airport. One way to disconnect the autopilot. This should just exceed the limits of it. There we go. All right. All right, so let's just say we lose our engine up here. Well, now we got all the time in the world. I'm gonna go ahead and get down there and set myself up to get a nice precision landing. I'm gonna land on the 1,000-foot markers on this runway. I think it's runway 140 maybe. Who knows? I don't actually know what runway it is. But we'll do an emergency descent. Emergency descent. It's smooth there, so I'm going for red line. Get close to it without exceeding it. Let's not get the barber pole. All right, we're 6,600 feet. I think the airport is like 1,000 something feet, so I want to beam my touchdown point on this side of it. You know, we're gonna use the small runway too. That's how. Yeah, we'll use even the small runway. Is it smart? Well, in real life, no. In real life, I'm taking the big runway, but because this is practice and we're in the sim, I'm gonna go ahead and use the small runway. Let's see if I can make it. Well, I'm at 5,000 feet. I don't know if this is gonna work. We'll see what happens. I'm ascending at about 1,000 feet per minute. If I'm looking at where I'm gonna land, so from perspective, at this descent rate, I'm going to end up beyond the airport. So let's start slowing the airplane down. We'll slow down now to our best glide, which is 65. Trip for 65. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that beautiful airplane. We're still at, so we got 4 minutes till we're gonna be on the ground. 4 to 5 minutes till we're gonna be on the ground. Oh yeah, the nice. Let's see if I got the skills. All right, so we got no engine. There's my. Where's my runway? There's my runway. 4,000 feet. I got 3,000 feet to lose. I'm gonna land on the small runway, and see that right there. Those captain bars. That's where I'm gonna land. Let's see if I got the skills to do it. So I'm over it. I'm 3,000 feet high. Got about 1,000 feet per minute descent. I'm gonna go a little bit further out, then turn back in. So while I'm descending at 65 knots, I'm getting about 800 feet per minute. When I go into my turn, I lose that horizontal or that vertical component of lift, so I'm going to have a slightly higher descent rate. Get over it. We're still at 3,300. Not descending too crazy. I want to be at about 2,000 feet when I'm going to beam that point. So I'm going to get this turn in. Increase my descent rate. Got a slight slip in to increase my rate. Looking at my aim point versus those captain's bars. And I'm starting to think, is it 1,000 feet over here? Well, we're going to find out. Still coming down. I feel like I'm still a little bit higher because I don't know the altitude of this airport. Man, I'm killing myself here. I'm a guess that it's 1,000 feet. I'll know once I turn base though. Man, everybody keep calling me while I'm trying to fly. All right. Pause.